Hey guys, I'm Azael and I'm here with C9's victorious mid laner Jesen after their 3-2 win over Immortals. And first off, congratulations. I've got to say the split to me has been kind of a breakout split for you. It feels like you're really starting to cement yourself as C9's franchise player. You know, how's that felt for you?
It started off kind of rough for me, I think, in the start. I think I learned a lot throughout the season about how to play mid lane better, what's the best, how to control waves and everything in general. So I think I have improved a lot in that aspect. My mechanics have always been top notch, I think, but sometimes my decision making and how to control waves, how to do proper rooms and stuff wasn't necessarily the best, but I think I've improved a lot.
Your transition when joining C9 wasn't always an easy one. How were those struggles for you, and how did you kind of work through them and overcome them to get to where you are now?
I would say it was extremely rough. I was considering stepping down because I felt a lot of pressure on me, because I felt coming into the team, people had high expectations of me and I couldn't really deliver. But I wouldn't say it was necessarily my fault. I think with the old roster, the team relied extremely on High to do the macro thing and tell them where to go and stuff. They had frankly no clue how to play the game macro without High. It was really tough. We didn't know how to rotate properly and everything. And most people were just really quiet in communication, so we were pretty clueless, I would say. And I think the meta wasn't really favored for me when I first started joining Cloud9, so I kind of had a hard time in that aspect too. And yeah, I mean, we played really bad on the macro level. I think we were all pretty good mechanically and stuff, but we weren't just used to playing the game where 5 people communicate.
So you're playing with a bunch of boosted animals. How did you whip them into shape? How did you guys go from that transition as a bunch of solo queue players, people who didn't know how to macro, people who didn't necessarily know how to work together, to where you are now, where you guys talk about sharing those shot calling duties and obviously having improved your macro game to the level where you can beat Immortals?
I would say it was mainly because of Reaper. He basically told everyone you have to step up your communication or this is not going to work, because he said that in a 5-man game, if there's only one guy talking, you're not really gonna, you can be good, as showed with High, but you're limited in a way, because with 5 people talking and giving info and output about what you're supposed to do and what's the best for them, then it's much easier to make decisions around the map and everything. So I think it was mainly because of Reaper. He helped us all communicate better, say what we need on each role and stuff, and yeah, it worked out well.
So C9 is a team with an incredible history, right? Mm-hmm. They come in, they're one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant team in North American history, winning multiple championships. How is it living up to that? They being considered the best team, and then in recent times it's been more about CLG and TSM winning these championships. Is that a lot to live up to?
Well, Cloud9 have a big fan base, and Cloud9 have always been a top team, so there's obviously going to be high expectations on us. And I think that's fair, because Cloud9 was the best team when they first broke out, and kind of feel we have to get back to that stage, and that's where we're headed now.
Your team is definitely in a good spot, and you individually have been in a very good spot. And speaking of personal achievements, 20 kills in a game, pretty incredible. What does hitting milestones like that mean for you as a person and as an individual player?
I don't know. I just like being a playmaker and stuff. I think it's kind of boring if you're just sitting back and farming for late game. That's not really my style. So I always like to make the big plays, always go for the high risk, high reward plays. And it's just it's just a rush you get, It's just all worth it.
Yeah, you've already taken down Pobelter now. Bjergsen next on the chopping block. Is there any kind of special rivalry there for you, or do you think that's more kind of made by the fans?
I wouldn't say there's any rivalry between us. We're pretty good friends. We talk about the game to each other a lot, so we kind of know each other very, very well, and we understand each other pretty well too, I think. So I think it'll be very tough and it'll be an interesting matchup, but I think it could go either way.
As far as winning the finals, as far as talking about the legacy of Cloud9 compared to this new version of Cloud9, mm-hmm. You feel that you've surpassed them as far as skill, and now it's about achievements. What would winning the finals mean to you? This is the first time you've ever been in a final, and it's going to be in Toronto in front of a packed crowd. How would that feel?
It's been a while since Cloud9 as an organization have won something in League of Legends, so bringing back like a title to the organization would mean a lot to me because I owe them a lot. Just winning and playing on big stages itself is like a really amazing experience. So winning it all would just, I don't know, it would just be the best feeling. Like just winning against the Immortals when we were like the underdogs and not expected to win. Like I can't even explain the feeling, but it feels really good.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jesen, so much, and I want to wish you the best of luck in the finals in Toronto. I'll certainly be watching, and I'm sure all your fans will be as well.
Thank you.